Hello and welcome to Forest Grove High School. I'm your math teacher, Mr. Meyer, and I'll be going over the syllabus summary for Everyday Algebra. Let's get started. So we will be covering the following topics: the course objectives and expectations, the grading policy and methods we use to teach, something about our teachers, the resources available to the students. But the first thing to remember is to ask questions. Write down on a piece of paper anything that comes to mind and bring it to class on the next day. First, the objective is to build upon, process, and apply fundamental skills of mathematics, and we do adhere to school district and state standards. Students will make the connections between the algebraic relationships for a number of means through investigation, discovery, and using technology. So we will be solving problems that involve many algebraic concepts, including expressions, equations, inequalities, ratios and proportions, functions and graphs, systems of equations and inequalities, probability statistics, and using data exploration, we will come up with quadratic models and transformations. The expectations for the students. Certainly, we are going to abide by the code of conduct. Please read your student handbook and show respect for yourself, others, and all property. We do have the electronic device policy for cell phones. Please follow through with it. The materials to bring every day are to bring paper and pencils. And since we will be using an interactive notebook, the so-called INB, please bring a spiral notebook. You can bring a calculator. It's very useful, but there are some to borrow as well. So Everyday Algebra is a two-block course, so you receive 2 credits, one for the math and one for the lab. The grading policy. First off, grades are posted online at Schoolology. Please pause the video right now and go to Schoolology, log in using your username password. I cannot share those on the public media, but you should have it in your notes. Now that you're back, remember that the weighting is 70% the proficiency exams at the end of each learning unit. We do have homework and other such included in college and career readiness skills, and there is a chance in the final exam to show your full proficiency. The letter grades are based on percent correct. The college and career readiness activities include desk work. Now that starts out as schoolwork in class, but of course anything you don't finish becomes homework. There will be quizzes as well as other practices that would contribute to your personal academic success. The proficiency exams are done at every learning unit. If you're absent, makeup must be done at this next class meeting. We do allow redos, and in order to retest, you must first complete the qualifier, and your score would never go down. We can only improve, but the improvement is limited. Within 2 weeks, you can achieve 90%. On the third attempt, the most you can get is 80%. And don't wait too long. Students must demonstrate proficiency on all essential standards. That means you must pass the end of learning unit quizzes or you fail the entire course. Since we allow redos, you'll have the opportunity to raise the grade on each proficiency test. There is one final opportunity at the end of each semester, even though it only counts 10% of your grade. If you pass the final, then this can raise your grade to pass the course. And of course, there's no surprises on the final. There's no new standards, but since it's at the end of the grading period, they cannot be retested. The methods we use are pretty straightforward. We might include some flipped classroom materials like this one that you can view at home, but oftentimes the lecture is taught during class time and schoolwork, desk work becomes homework. A little bit about the teachers. I am Mr. Meyer. I'm a student teacher completing my program at Pacific University after a 25-year career as an electrical engineer at Intel and other companies. Russ Lombach is the other teacher. He's been a math teacher for 15 years and works here at Forest Grove High School. Fun fact, he has a following on Instagram and was a public, as a media celebrity a few years ago, so check out Fussy Russie or Lombach for Life. You might get a hoot. There's lots of resources available for students. There's the one we mentioned, Schoolology, as well as our textbook has an online feature. We will be using Socrative, Khan Academy, Desmos, GeoGebra, and Wolfram Alpha during the course of this of instruction. And please pause the video right now, go to each of these websites, bookmark them so that you can come back and maybe even save username passwords to make it easy to return. Now, lots of resources include the Homework Club, available after school, and transportation should not be a problem. You might consider programs such as Avid and Aspire. Remember to always ask questions, and it doesn't have to be just us. Any math teacher can help you. Last count, there were 15 at Forest Grove High School. Sometimes there are different learning styles, different teaching styles, and they may mesh together. So find somebody that matches your style. Libraries have internet. If there's any other issues outside math, please talk to the school counselors. You might reconsider your study skills, and Education Corner is a good website to give you a rundown of what might improve. Remember that if math is hard for you, everything's hard at first. Remember to add that little word yet. I can't do math yet. So, thank you very much. Let's have a great day and great year at Forest Grove.